Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and we're going to be playing or looking into a game called Phantom Doctrine. It's a turn-based strategy game. I've been playing it for quite a while. I like it a lot. It's different from Necromanda, Underhive Wars, in many ways, not just the levels and the setting. I suppose in the turn-based sense, it's slightly more like something like XCOM, but I would say it's actually kind of more difficult than XCOM. The chance you get killed in this is slightly higher, because if you think XCOM, if you played XCOM, and you think of the enhancements you can have, you've got things you can walk through walls, and you can fire up hooks a bit like you can in Necromanda Underhive Wars to get to higher levels. In this you haven't got all that stuff. You've just got 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s weapons, which is shotguns and machine guns and those kind of things, and grenades. You haven't got any of those fancy things to use, so it's much more easy to be shot, because if you get stuck in a place it's much more hard to get away. So I'd say it's slightly more difficult, and the enemies do a lot of damage. Anyway, so in this first video I'll just be giving you a slight overview of the game screens, and then I think we'll start a new game just to show you how that starts in the next video, and then probably play a bit of a mission, something like that. We'll see how it goes. So this is the game main screen. It's again similar to quite a few games like this. XCOM, Phoenix Point, they've got this big screen with the world map, all those little tags or places in the world. Obviously it's set in the real world. It's in the 1970s, 80s. And that little symbol there indicates a special mission. These things are where we've sent someone and they have discovered something, so that indicates there's an agent who's been there or is there, and they are discovering a secret. It says we'll reveal a secret in 1 hour or 1 day, whatever. And if that was red, that would usually mean there was something bad going on there. There's either an enemy agent or some enemy activity, and we'd have to send agents. So that's how the overview screen looks. It's similar to other things as well. You can send somebody to there by pressing, and it says send agents. So that's how the main screen looks, and it's set in the northern hemisphere. So you've got North America, Central America a bit, obviously the old Soviet Union bloc countries, and some Asia, Middle East, and Western Europe, and North Africa. So anyway, that's how the main screen looks. Then this is the base. This is your base. When you start, it will be slightly smaller. You expand, again, similar to lots of games, most games, you can expand your base as you go along, add different things, upgrade different things. And let's go through the bottom menu, which is the normal thing. So this is your agents list, all your different agents, what they've got, their different levels, and what weapons they've got. I'll come back to that in a moment, because there's a bit more to explain on that. Comms, this is where you can have people scanning for information. You can have agents who are set in the base, and they kind of just scan for information, and it says they're assigned. Some agents will have a speciality in that. You'll see that when you go through them, and some won't, but you can use somebody there if you wish. This is where you forger, which basically means there's two things to this. You can customize your agents a lot. Now this is what I like about this game, is that you can customize your agents. Let's just pick her. And you can customize them pretty much to look like their pictures. Now, you're never going to get them exactly right, but I'm a bit of a stickler for that. If I've got agents, I really hate it if they look different from their pictures. So you can customize people pretty much to look, let's look at her, to look like their pictures. It's good. There's quite a lot of preset faces, but even more than that, there's lots of preset hair. And once you get into the clothes and the makeup, which can make a lot of difference to faces, obviously, if it's not men. But yeah, you can customize them all to look pretty much like they do, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, you can customize your agent, and another thing you can do, which we'll touch on here, is you can give your agents a new identity, because that thing in the red bar there says heat, and what that means is your agent's been exposed to being identified, and when that is full, it means they're much easier to detect, and if you're in a mission, someone might see them and realise who they are. So you can give your agent a new identity. For example, we go here and it says new identity, and we could give her any of these identities. Obviously they're all going to be female ones because she's female, and you could give them any identity. You can give them a different code name yourself, or you can do a random one, and you can change them. Obviously you change their passport photo to a new identity, you'd need to physically alter their appearance in the game as well if you want to do that, but it's very customizable, which is very good. And then this is who's in hospital, who's been injured. So there you can see we've got 5 people in hospital. A few of them are very low health. We had a mission in this game actually yesterday night where a lot of people got very near to death, and we had 3 people dead and had to be carried out, and 3 people were very, very, very near death. So it was a very hard mission. So you get people there. They have different traits later on where they can recover quickly, but they still need to recover. There's no instant heal or anything like that. There are health kits in the game, but again, you still need to go to hospital after you get back. So that's what that one is. Workshop is where, number 1, you make things. Again, that little icon next to those 2 on the right of their picture indicates they're better at making things. They'll make things quicker, and these are all the things you can make. You don't stop with all those. You will find blueprints to them. You might find one of those that will give you the blueprint. They'll come along over the time. There's no point in me going through each one. There's lots. They're the normal things you expect: silencers, different sorts of bullets, different sorts of grenades, decoys, lockpicks, and there's quite a lot of them. And you won't have all those at the beginning. And there's still ones I'm getting, and I'm on what you would call round 5 of this, and I think it's 7 rounds altogether. So you'll find new things, but I could get her, for example, to make a smoke grenade. It will cost me money, and it will take 8 hours. The top bit there, at the top, that's things you can do to expand your base, which are different. They all cost money. As you can see higher up above that where it says 14,302, that's the money I've got. So I could do any of these. So there's quite a lot of things you can do to upgrade. I've already upgraded quite a lot. Obviously they're all different things. I won't go through each one because there's so many, and again they're mostly self-explanatory. You get 2 more crafting shots with that one. That one gives you an extra counterfeiting slot. That one gives you something cheaper. That one gives you more slots. There's quite a lot. Some are more valuable than others, but they're depending on how you want to play it and what you do. You'll decide which ones are more important. This is where this is an important one. This is analytics, which is where you get information here. As I showed you on the overall map at the beginning, you'll pick up information. The 2 ways you'll get that is from the main map, where you'll send agents to different locations where it suggests on the map something's happening and they'll discover information, or B, when you go to do a mission, which I'll be showing you in another video, you'll pick up, or you can pick up, there'll be probably quite a lot and you won't get them all probably, but there'll be places where you can photo, literally with a secret camera, like in the old days, you can photo documents, and that will also be things to analyse. And when you get them, you will get a board with all your different, the files of the different informations you've got, which will look like this. And each time you get a new one, you can analyse it, or you can have someone analysing it, and it's really quite fun. And then you have to link up all the different common denominators. So we'll look for one, if there was one that says mincemeat there, for example, you would link it to another one that says mincemeat, but I haven't got one of those, and you can analyse it like this. It will tell you all the different, you have to find something that's a name or a place or the name of an agent. They're usually not difficult, but it's just a question of working out what's not a normal word. But yeah, it can be quite fun, and it gives the game a different sense to other games. And then we've got those. There's still one missing there. I'll go back and do that another time. And then, for example, there's third axis on that, so we could link that by pressing square to there, and that's a linked piece of information, and their haunted house would be linked to that. And when you get enough links and enough different information there, it says Intel collected 9 of 19, so there's still quite a lot of information on this file. They will all link up with little, or most of them will link up with little red lines, and then it will expose a secret or a secret base, or often it will expose an agent, and then the agent, or an agent you can hire, or a secret base, or new skills. It will usually actually expose quite a lot of things, each one, so they can be good. That's quite fun. Body engineering is this one, and you give people, basically you give them treatments. You can see in that list in the middle where it says STS, THG, they're all different compounds, and they will give you different facets for your agent. So some will help them move quicker, some will help them breathe better. So there, that one, it blocks some compounds. You can give them all these different things. That one blocks that one. And there's lots of different mixes. At the beginning, when you start, it's usually quite simple because you haven't got any. So the ones you're adding will just give you a boost. Sometimes they'll give you a movement boost or a breathing boost. You can see that all those green things in her data, which tells you what her stats are and what's good. But the more you get access to these, and that'll again be through missions and through discoveries and by playing on, you'll get things that contradict each other. So you won't be able to just keep adding things. You'll have to think, well, I've given her that one, so if I give her that one, that will be a negative. So they won't all be positive, and some will have negative effects against something they've already had. So it's something to think about. It's not just a press and add. You have to think about what you want. You might want to give different agents different things to be immune to gases, or to move quicker, or to have better breathing. Again, it's not straightforward, but it's not complicated. It's something you learn during the game. I can't explain it all to you, and like I said, it's not that hard to pick up, but it's something to think about. And this is MK Ultra, which is like a kind of the secret brainwashing doctrine in place, basically. So you can see on the thing where it says agent influence, you can brainwash people, you can interrogate people. Obviously these are my own agents, so I don't necessarily want to brainwash or interrogate them. You can plant locator beacons on people. Again, I can't because these people are my agent. You can give someone a control phrase, you can execute people later, you can release them with other things, you can try and convert people to your agency, you can do different things with enemy agents, and you can sometimes you might need to interrogate your own agent, and that's quite fun as well. And it gives you that really Cold War-y kind of feel. This game's very good at giving that kind of feel, that kind of Cold War spy thriller from the 70s, 80s feel. So it gives you that feeling that you've got somebody like the Ipcress file or something. You've got somebody stuck in a cell and you're giving treatments, interrogations, and so that's all quite good. So yeah, that covers all the things on here. Back to this, which is your agents, and like I said, this is an agent, there he is, and it tells you at the top, that's his name, that's all his details. Again, those are things you can adjust in the body engineering over time, and at the beginning you won't be able to. It tells you their points, and they've all got different points and movement points. Some will be quite different, so it's always worth being aware in this that someone may have much less movement. Some people may run out of action points much quicker. That can be very important in a mission, because you'll find someone you take, if you only take 2 people, the most you can take is 6. Some missions you can take 4, some are 3 and some are 2. And when you only have a couple of people, especially if you have one person that's limited to very small movement, or if they move much, they can't use a gun afterwards, that can be very important. So it's worth noting those kind of things. And also this little thing here is their skills. So you get upgradable tactics you can give them, and each time you complete levels or you get more points for your agents, they can upgrade more. So this one's already got 3, and I could upgrade her to all these different things, proficiencies in different weapons, because you get more kill points and better bonuses if you use a weapon you're proficient with. And also, as you can see, sometimes you only get 1 weapon proficiency, but you get different bonuses. So that one's got exertion and opportunist, that one's just weapons, That one gives you eye for talent, that one gives you sure shot. There's all different things, and they grow, those things, as they come along. There's also perks, which are quite fun. They again are things you either come with originally, some do, or you earn during games, or they get unlocked. This one's still got an unlocked one. Sometimes, just so you know, that the perks, especially when you get agents later during the game, sometimes unlocked perks can actually mean they're an enemy agent, or there's something not quite right about them. But there's all these different perks. So this one's gifted, which means she gets XP bonus, and she's a martial arts expert, and she has a dance, which means she avoids bullets quicker, and she's got a quicker load, and there's many other things, and they all have a lot. They have different amounts depending on how much you upgraded them. Another one that's good, which is something you can only get, you can't buy this, it happens because they get a separate mission, is loyal, which means that agent won't suddenly betray you, because sometimes they do, they can't be converted, and usually agents have that. They either come with it, or it's because you've rescued them in a mission, then they're loyal already, or it's because there's a separate little mission with that one agent. It doesn't happen with everybody, it happens with only a few, and that makes them loyal. That could be good. This guy, we rescued him, so he is loyal, that little blue badge. Some aren't, some have got much less things. She's probably got the most things, and she's loyal. Sometimes you want to keep her space for something to upgrade, because there's probably more upgrades. And some people, like this guy's not got much, because I used him a lot to go to different areas just to do investigation jobs, so he didn't go on actual missions, so he's really not upgraded, which is actually bad. I should alternate them, but I didn't, so that's my fault. And yeah, you can upgrade your agents. And this one, you have your own character. That's me, and it looks a little bit like me. He's probably got less grey hair. And that's me, and you go on missions. It's worth, if you go on missions and you die, that's game over. Although if you do get killed, you have a certain amount of time where someone can come and revive you. Not to revive you in that mission, but they can keep you alive by giving you an injection, and then they can carry you out. So if you do get killed, you're not finished, but this limited amount of time, I think it's usually 3 or 4 turns, while someone can come and rescue you and revive you. But if you die yourself, then, and you actually get killed in the mission, that's the end of the game. But you do need to go on missions. Some missions you'll get sent on, and because of that reason, you need to physically go, because as you can see there, my rating in this is I'm level 10 to 11, and the other agents are 9, 10, 9, 10, she's 11, 12. So you want to be levelling up yourself, because you'll have to go on missions, and you don't want to be, where's that guy? You don't want to be like him, level 3, 4, because he's just gone on investigating missions on the big board, on the big world map, and he's never gone on a physical gunfight mission, so he's never really levelled up. So you don't want to end up like him, because then when you get sent on an actual mission, you can't use many different weapons, you haven't got many skills, and you'll be useless, and you'll probably get killed. So anyway, that's a kind of overview of the game. You can see on the right hand corner, that's things I'm doing. I'm crafting. You saw me start to craft. It says crafting smoke grenade. You saw me do that. And the other 2 things are where I'm upgrading agents' abilities. That can take a few hours or a few days sometimes. And yeah, that's basically all the menus. Again, some of them we'll probably look at again a little bit once we start playing. What I'll do next time is I'll show you how to start a game from a new game. This is a game I've been playing for a while, but I'll start a new game just to show you how a game would start. And we'll do a little bit of that. That will also probably mean going back to the menu and showing you how the menu looks at the beginning. And then we'll see how that goes, and probably play out a mission either in the beginning game or in one of my long-term games, just to show you how the combat goes. So anyway, thanks for watching Phantom Doctrine. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day and have a lovely weekend. Take care.